everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report, and I'm really excited to welcome Kala Banham from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Kala, how are you doing?
I am doing so good, Hillary. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to have you. And we obviously have to start off with your amazing blind audition of Joni Mitchell's Both Sides Now. And you got three out of the four coaches to turn for you. But in essence, you really just had a choice of the two newbies, Chance and Niall. So tell me, was what happened different than what you might have imagined?
Oh, very much so. I mean, one, I knew that it was going to be terrifying. I knew that it was going to be really scary, but I did not anticipate it to be as scary as it was. It was hands down one of the most horrifying things I've ever done. It's a really intimidating setting and experience. But at the end of the day, I'm really, really obviously happy with the outcome. I never thought that the coach would use a block for my audition, so that was really, really cool. Yeah, there were a lot of preconceived notions, but at the end of the day, it was a lot of fun looking back.
Niall fought really hard for you. I mean, for people who haven't seen this yet, Kelly turned around Chance and Niall, and then Niall used his only block on Kelly. She was very upset about it. And she even attacked him with her jacket during your post audition talk. So that was really, really funny to watch. But now we can say you're truly a directioner because you saw One Direction with Niall performing a long time ago. So let's flash back to that. And could you ever have imagined working directly with him?
No, absolutely not. It's funny because so it was my 16th birthday, and my mom and dad had gotten me tickets to go see One Direction with them and a friend of mine. And at the time, I had not listened to their music outside of the things that were on the radio. And I was like, my mom had just assumed that I was a One Direction fan because I was this 16-year-old girl. But I'm the kind of person who, if I'm going to a concert, I'm going to study. I need to know every word, especially if it's a One Direction concert, because I'm about to be surrounded with people who know every single word to every single song. And I didn't want to look uneducated. So I studied Midnight Memories. That was the tour that they were doing at the time. And I became a really big fan through that. But yeah, if you would have told me at 16 when I was standing there in that audience that one day that Niall standing up there was going to be my coach and I would have his personal email and that he was going to follow me on Instagram, I would have said you were crazy.
Oh, that's such a great story. But Kala, tell us more about your musical background, your influences. Obviously, one of them is Joni Mitchell, and talk about how you began performing.
Yeah, I started really, really young. I grew up in a very musical family. My family all, sang in the band at church, and I started piano lessons really young, guitar lessons, and then I went to a performing arts school for 6th through 12th grade, where I was an orchestra major and I played the viola. I sang in the jazz band in church, and then I did collegiate a cappella for 4 years as well. So I really tried to get in. Involved with as many different aspects of music as I possibly could. And I feel like it was all sort of preparing me for this moment. So it's been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember.
You have had some incredible training and experiences going into the voice, but what do you hope to learn from Niall on your voice journey?
Yeah, well, something that I was really looking forward to learning from Niall is, I mean, nowadays I pretty much just perform for myself. I'm in my bedroom singing for at the most my cell phone for a recording. So something that I really admire about Niall is his ability to connect with people, even if he's performing in front of sold out stadiums of thousands of people, he still finds a way to, bring you in intimately and make you feel like you really understand what he's singing and emoting. So that was something I was really, really excited about learning from him, and something I think that he really did end up helping me out with.
Well, speaking about connecting, you obviously have such a tight connection with your family, and it was so wonderful to watch them, especially your mom, respond to your blind audition. But tell me more about the support you've received, not just from your family, but your friends and fans so far.
It has been absolutely unreal. I mean, honestly, in the moment of my blind audition, I thought it was going horribly. I wasn't doing any of the things that I was supposed to be doing. I made a lot of different note changes and I wasn't doing my correct staging. I was really hard on myself in my brain for those first 30 seconds. And so I was really nervous to see it on TV and to see how people would perceive it. I'm definitely my own worst critic, but the reception has been so absolutely incredible. I have people supporting me from all over the world, which is unbelievable. I'm really, really grateful for it. And honestly, very relieved because it can be intense to, have a debut on national television. So I feel very, very grateful that people are supporting me and are proud of what I did on TV.
Well, as well, you should be, Kala. And I want to thank you so much as we wrap up our happy hour. And I want to lift a glass to you and make a toast to your continued success on The Voice.
Thank you so much, Hillary. Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers.